This past weekend, I saw Lita Ford and Dee Snider at the Four Winds Casino in New Buffalo, Michigan. I also upgraded to Lita Ford's Rockstar Experience. My name is Mark, and this is my music rundown. Way back when, I bought tickets to go see Lita Ford and Dee Snider at our semi-local casino just up in Michigan. I knew that Dee Snider did the paid meet and greet thing, and I bought that add-on directly from Dee's website. I expected that meet and greet to be very similar to others in that it would be very quick. I expected a quick hello, a handshake, snap a photo or two, and move on. As the show date grew closer, I became aware that Lita Ford, in conjunction with Jim Cara Guitars, offered what they called the Lita Ford Rockstar Experience. I reached out to Jim Cara to ask some questions. He replied very quickly, and we even got on a phone call just to go over some of the details. Let me just say this right now. Jim Cara went way out of his way to answer all my questions and put me at ease and assure me that it would be a totally awesome experience. The Rockstar Experience could have started with us going to the venue very early in the afternoon and going to the sound check and watch them set up the stage. Lita may or may not have been there due to the travel plans and such. Couple that uncertainty about her being there and me being old and having very poor opinions of the food choices at this casino and the surrounding town, we decided to skip that part and just go to the venue after we had dinner. The show started at 9, the doors opened at 8, we arrived about 6:45. We texted Jim when we got on site, and he immediately met us at the will call window where we had artist-provided tickets, and he gave us our VIP badges. We went straight to the backstage area where we began our tour. I should probably mention here what makes me a horrible YouTuber. I packed my little DJI Osmo pocket camera and extra microphone transmitters and batteries with the intention of going full content creator and recording every moment of this entire experience. I even asked Jim ahead of time about bringing the camera and the ability to record a bunch of stuff. He enthusiastically said, "Hell yes, bring it and record as much as you want." The only thing was to make sure that Lita knew when things were being recorded, to which I totally understand that, and I would give that same respect to anybody who was doing this type of experience for us. Then we get there, and I was so into the experience, I just never bothered to get the camera out. I know, I'm a horrible YouTuber. I did manage to take one video of the tour of the stage, totally unscripted. While I was shooting the video, Lita's guitar tech came out and gave us some details on the setup and its simplicity. Check out this video. Turn that on, and we're recording. We're backstage at the Lita Ford Dee Snider show at the Four Winds Casino. And we're gonna come out on the stage just like a rock star.
This one says 2, but it's on house right. Yeah.
We got amplifiers, Marshalls.
Big bottle for his drum solo.
And there's actually notice what songs they're using.
Oh yeah,
for
set
next.
list on the ground.
Next to her pedal board.
Her pedal board. Thank you for that
Second of flight.
good time spotlight.
And that's
Set up.
Patrick gets her guitar
Is that a
players.
Kemper?
Yes.
No, but the button I'm pressing now for
They both use Kempers now. They just use the Marshall for the power amp.
Oh, and so her Kemper is the rack.
That's Patrick's.
Oh,
And that's hers.
and then hers is in the rack over there.
Nope,
So she uses-
that's the backup actually.
Where's her Kemper?
Right here. I'm actually using the only reason why I'm using the backup is because we're flying to Spain in a couple of weeks, and I was told since I don't want to do a carnet, they're like, do not bring your Kempers, do a backup. So I'm testing the ones that we're renting because we just put in a file and it loads everything.
Right.
So I'm doing it tonight's the test. If it works tonight, then it'll work in Spain. So,
Okay.
so that's. But I have her main one that we usually use back there. So if something happens, I'm gonna just swap them, and take some cables out, and move it over.
Can you answer? Does she change a profile for each individual song, or just?
So the only thing I have her on is she's on just her DS. I actually profiled her DSL 100 in studio in LA. She's on that the whole time, and then when she goes to close my eyes, I have this pedal right here,
I got you.
which will morph the sound. All it does is basically it goes from her distorted sound and it morphs it. Basically, puts it to a clean channel.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I added some verb and a little chorus onto that. So but obviously she can do that here if she wants on the fly.
Right.
But just it kind of makes it a nice close my eyes.
That's
sound.
kind of the bass, and then
So pretty much she's just playing this the whole set. This is the volume. So if anything happens, or if she wants to do little swells or something, this is the wah, delay, and chorus. That's it. And this is a little pedal power that's isolated, so it doesn't. Hopefully, don't have any grounding issues.
I never noticed. What'd she do for tuning on stage? You?
I do everything. There's no tuner up here.
No,
so if
you
it's out of
don't need
tune,
all this.
and she plays the main guitar for like 8
Right.
songs. So after like 6, I'm like, please stay in tune. Please stay in tune.
I
She's
heard.
So that's pretty much it. I mean, it's a very simple setup. Patrick uses the Kemper with the Kemper pedal, and then he's in tuner mode right now, but he just has a clean. It goes to like a light overdrive, and then it goes to his main, and then he has this delay, kind of main like lead channel right there. That's it.
cool.
Yep.
Very cool.
That in a nutshell, it's a rock show.
Want me to hold that? Get in front of the
Oh,
drum kit?
sure. It's already recording, and it.
Oh, here I can put a little light in front of the logo.
And here you on Bobby Rock's drum kit. It was Nelson, Nelson Slaughter, Vinnie Vincent.
Oh, who he's played with?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tons of people. And there you
They're
are.
focusing lights, so all the lights are getting.
I'm very excited. I also got to see a couple of her guitars up close. Notably, the Pearl BC Rich double neck guitar that she played in the video with Ozzy Osbourne for the song Close My Eyes Forever. I also got to see the Hammer Explorer she played with the Runaways back in the 70s. I got to see the Schecter guitar that her guitarist Patrick plays, and the bass was also there. I can't believe they travel with some of these guitars. You would think at this point they would be in a museum or somewhere where they don't risk getting lost in transit. The guitar tech told me that they actually check the road cases with the airlines when they travel. Living dangerous. Things moved quickly, but not in a rushed sort of way. There was just a lot to look at. I got to ask a lot of questions about the gear and the setups each band member used, and I was surprised at how simple all of them were. I guess you don't really need a lot of bells and whistles when you have talent. It was also interesting to find out that they only travel with guitars and the Kempers. The drums and the rest of the stage are provided by the venue, and if you heard in my backstage video, we heard the guitar tech say they're even experimenting with not traveling with the Kemper. The Kemper that they used for this particular show for Lita was a rental. They were testing out the ability of importing the profile that she uses into a rental, and if it works the same as the one she travels with, they don't have to bring a Kemper anymore. They can just rent one. After we walked around the stage for a while, we went back to the lounge area as the public doors were about to open. We were just hanging out, talking with Jim about guitars and other famous people he has built guitars for, when up walks Lita Ford. We introduced ourselves, we talked for a bit. She was personable, friendly, and very generous with her time. It was not like the, hey, how you doing, quick handshake, smile, click a photo, and okay, I gotta go. She spent a good amount of time just hanging out chatting with us. It might have been 15 or 20 minutes. And now we come to the only part of the experience that we might consider kind of a letdown. The seats on the stage. Initially, it sounds really cool being able to sit up on the stage and watch the show, and it was pretty neat to do this one time. But in any future opportunities, we would probably elect to go to our regular seats depending on where those are. Now don't get me wrong, it was really cool to sit up on the stage and watch the show. But we felt kind of disconnected and not really free to cut loose and flail around like an awkward old guy. We had originally bought tickets to this show, and we had front row seats that were just 1 or 2 seats off center. I think we might have preferred sitting there. There's nothing like the energy of sitting in the front row of a concert. Keep in mind, this was mostly our own fault. The Rockstar experience does come with 2 tickets, so having these other 2 front row tickets was our own doing. The tickets that came with the experience were maybe 12 rows back and off to the side, so given that location, the stage was probably a better choice. And here's a clip of our view from the stage.
So, fond memories of the 80s and the soundtracks of our lives. The Rolling Stones, Twisted Sister, the Ramones, the Ramone shirt, Wasp. I mean, these are all Lita Ford. Yeah. Martin Anderson. And Ozzy, we can't forget him. Just kidding. So, it is a great honor and a great pleasure to be on the stage tonight performing with my big brother from hell, Mr. D. Snider! Yeah, baby!
After the show, we return to the lounge area backstage and have a beverage. Then we get more time with Lita Ford. Again, very friendly and generous with her time. One of the biggest perks of this Rockstar experience is it also comes with a guitar. This guitar is a Jim Cara custom gold-plated one-of-a-kind Warlock. We got it signed by Lita, took a bunch of photos, and spent some extra time just chatting with her about stuff. Overall, it was a fantastic evening and a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Oh wait, I almost forgot. We got to meet Dee Snider. We had originally bought a meet and greet through Dee's website. The day of the show, we got a text from Dee's handler, a surprisingly young fellow named Phoenix. He let us know where and when to meet up for the D part of the meet and greet. Now, I expected this to be the usual handshake photo, maybe chat for a few seconds, and then go. At this venue, these types of meet and greets are usually going to happen in the lounge that we were already sitting in. I told Jim ahead of time that we had bought the D meet and greet, and he went out of his way to coordinate with Phoenix so we could do both and not miss the D part. We met Phoenix before the scheduled time back in the lounge, and he let us know to hang back and just wait for his signal. We watched the line of other VIPs come up through the steps and do the meet and greet with D. Once that line was done, Phoenix gave us the wave to come over. I didn't notice at first, but Jim came with us, and he had the guitar in his hand. I didn't find out until then that Phoenix and Jim had also arranged for Dee Snider to sign the guitar as well. What a cool and unexpected bonus. Dee was also very friendly and a joy to meet. What an absolutely spectacular night we had. Our host, Jim Cara, made this such a special night. He was attentive, stayed with us almost the entire time. There was one or two times where he said, "Hey man, I got to run here for a second. I'll be right back." And it was literally less than 3 or 4 minutes that he was gone. The staff and the stagehands treated us like royalty, and they all went out of their way to make us feel welcome and not like we were annoying them. Kudos to them. I have this cool-ass one-of-a-kind guitar signed by Lita Ford and Dee Snider. If you ever get the chance, the Lita Ford Rockstar Experience is really a great time, and I can't say enough how much we enjoyed the entire experience. Wow, you can see this guitar signed by Lita Ford on the front. New Buffalo, Michigan, the Four Winds Casino, the date 5/30/25. And you can see it's reflecting onto the stuff in my office. Look at that. Yes, I have a dragon head on my wall above my desk. You can, wow. Yeah, I don't want to show you my desk. It's going to be messy, but it's gold-plated Warlock signed by Lita Ford. And then on the back, we got signed by Dee Snider. Twisted Forever is what he wrote. Twisted Forever. Dee Snider. What an amazing, amazing guitar. I want to say a huge thank you to Jim Cara, Phoenix, Dee Snider, and of course the most badass woman in rock and roll, Lita Ford. My name is Mark. This has been my music rundown, and I will see you at the show.
Another piece of bacon, baby.